Hello guys and welcome to another video. In this one we'll be looking at Hogwarts Legacy. I'll be explaining a bit the story, showing you the combat style and gameplay, looking at the visual and investigating the performance hit when enabling ray tracing, and I'll be closing with the overall impression so far. So let's begin. Hogwarts Legacy is set in the late 1800s and follows a new student starting at Hogwarts in the 5th year. As you start school later than other students, a wizard's field guide is given to you by the Ministry of Magic. Completing sections of this guide through exploration provides additional information and experience points. In Hogwarts Legacy we have two plots running side by side. The first revolves around your character's own personal development as it learns about the secrets of its ancestors who were part of an ancient magical bloodline.
Yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
In this quest, we will pair with Professor Fig to discover more about the ancient bloodline and the dangerous form of magic this bloodline's member can wield. The second and more widely relevant plot follows the Goblin Rebellion.
Oh, Ranrock has no patience for goblins who won't join him. While I too would like to see goblin kind treated by wizards as equals, bloodshed is not the answer. When I said as much, they turned on me, struck me till I nearly passed out. Took my carts, my belongings, even that which is most precious to me, my paintings.
A group of evil human wizards are helping the goblins, but until later in the story you have no idea why. Goblins will make up a large proportion of the enemies you fight, and much of the open world exploration will involve clearing goblins' hideouts. During your adventures, you will build friendships with fellow students like Onai, Sebastian Salo, and a few more, who will accompany you on your journey as companion characters. As you learn their stories, you'll gain access to unique dialogue options. Also, only Professor Fig will help you directly in the story, but the other teachers will be a big part of the game as they will teach you new spells, potions, and abilities. Antagonists featured in the game include Ranrock, the leader of the Goblin Rebellion, and Victor Rookwood, the leader of the group of Dark Wizards.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Why is Victor helping Ranrock is unknown and must be discovered by the player. One thing that I found a bit annoying, at least at the beginning, is that I spend most of the time in cutscenes and these fade to black. To me, the introductions felt a bit long and have a few playable moments in the first hour and a half of the game.
I thought I might be seeing you soon. I am the proprietor here, Thomas Brown. I take it you've had a conjuring lesson then?
I'm afraid I haven't yet, sir.
But you will soon enough. It is magic at its purest, creating something out of nothing. Of course, it is not without complexity.
When I reached Hogwarts and I started having classes to learn spells and brew potions, I felt that I spent a bit too much time in these dialogues. But if you choose to explore the school, it is really well built and it was a welcome change. My advice is to explore a bit the school between main quests. Hogwarts Legacy is an action role-playing game in which you are able to attend classes at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. You will use spells, plants and potions to battle foes and suppress any obstacle in your way of achieving your goal. Some spells will be unlocked by you during classes. For others, you will need to do some other tasks in order to unlock them. As you level up, complete Hogwarts Legacy challenges and earn experience, you can upgrade your spell to make them more powerful in preparation for increasingly difficult battles. Because it's an open world RPG, you'll be able to explore locations such as Forbidden Forest, Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade, but also Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw common rooms. Progressing through the game sees the interior and exterior of the castle change visually to match the season. Quick travel is available, but you first have to unlock it. When it comes to combat, I think this game is fun. You will have to cast spells, dodge attacks and block incoming attacks. I will give it to Forspoken though when it comes to fighting, as I found the wheel a bit easier to use during combat. In this game, in order to break an enemy's block, you will need to use an appropriate spell to do so. You will have to just pay attention to the color of the sphere around an enemy and use a spell of matching color. Powerful attacks are executed using ancient magic. This one regenerates during combat. The game looks really good. Cutscenes have much details from a visual point of view and are well delivered by the characters. The school, the environment and the characters have a lot of details. Just look at the hairworks here. And the colors are nice and vivid and add to the visuals. If you can enable ray tracing, there are some parts of the game that look quite good, but in most areas you'll just be hit with a big performance drop. When enabling ray tracing, I found in most cases you lose around 40% frames per second. Let me show you some areas and see for yourself the performance drop. As you saw in the previous areas, there was a big performance drop, and in some the visual improvements are minimum, if any. My advice will be to run, if able, ray tracing, and if the frame rates are low, you can actually enable upscaling. I think the game is good, a lot better than Forspoken, another game that uses magic for combat. I thought that Forspoken combat was a bit better, mainly because of the parkour-like movements, but not by much. The story is really good, and this comes from a guy that is not much into the Harry Potter universe. The cutscenes and the sound is amazing in most areas. I'm not sure why in the forest I hear the same whispers and chattering as I can hear in the school. At first, the game seemed a bit slow, as I was jumping from one cutscene to another, but after a couple of hours I started to actually be able to play more and enjoy it. I was able to explore the world, go outside, go into the forest, battle some goblins or wizards or monsters as well. Couple that with magic and you have a winner solution. And the studio behind it managed to deliver a great experience so far, unlike Forspoken. I didn't experience much stutter. Performance was okay on 1440p, and without ray tracing the game can deliver high frames per second on a lower end hardware. I can definitely say that I can actually recommend this game. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Please subscribe to the channel, and if you like the video, hit the like button.
Central to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice